this is how much money I made after taxes and everything. So what I actually got on my account. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Excellence Noir, where we seek to raise the standard and change the status quo. My name is Tasha Lord, and on this channel I share my experience as a registered nurse living in the UK. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the video I did about budgeting with me, and you were able to see my actual expenses and compare it to the nursing salary. Now, in another video I spoke about other ways that you can make extra money while being a nurse in the UK, and one of those ways was to do bank shifts. Now, bank shifts are extra shifts that you do at your hospital. So it's just on your off day you decide, okay, you know what, I will take a shift on my unit or anywhere else in the hospital, and you get paid for that. Now, we also spoke about agency shifts, which is where you do shifts in other hospitals, and these pay much more because most of the times you have to drive like an hour or 45 minutes or sometimes even 2 hours. But I told you guys that this year I want to grow in all areas of my life, and I want you guys to grow. So I will be doing things that can help you guys as well. So what I decided to do, I said that I would do one bank shift every week and then tell you guys how much money I made at the end of the month, so you could decide whether it's something you think is worthwhile for you. Now, I rarely used to do bank shifts because I just liked being at my house and I like my off days, but I decided that this year I really want to do more, and I felt like before I didn't have enough time because I had so much going on. But if you guys watched my previous video, the start of the year, the video I made, you could see that I've been working on being more disciplined and organized, so planning way ahead so that I have enough time to get all my things done. So I was able to literally sit down with my schedule and plan out what days I was able to do an extra shift. And then now it's the end of January and I'm here to tell you guys how it went. Okay, so let's talk about the planning. So working as a nurse in the UK, you would be working 37.5 hours every week. So you would have to do like an extra shift, so you do 3 shifts every week, and then the 4th week you would do a 4th shift, right? So you do 4 shifts. If you work full-time, I work full-time. So I will show you guys how I planned it out. So this is my January calendar, and the kind of orangey or pinkish, or what color is that, reddish? I don't know what color it look like to you. These are my regular shifts, and then the yellow ones are the bank shifts. So I'll just go through it so you could see what I mean. So the 1st of January I did a bank shift, which was a Sunday. Now on Sundays or Saturdays, like weekends, you get paid extra. So I did 1 shift that Sunday, and I think that was a night shift. Now I try to do bank shifts along with my shifts. So we do 2 weeks of nights and 2 weeks of days. So if I'm on nights, I try to do an extra night shift. If I am on days, I try to do an extra day shift, because if not, it kind of just throws everything off. So it works like that for me. Not everybody does it that way, but that's how I try to do it. So the Sunday the 1st, I did an extra night shift because on the 31st I had a night shift. That was my regular shift. So I did 31st first night shift, and then I was off on the Tuesday, the Monday and Tuesday, which is 2nd and 3rd. But then the 3rd I went into my day shifts. So I was actually only off on the 2nd. You see the sacrifices I'm making for you guys. So I came from 2 night shifts, slept, and then got up the next day and went to work. So I went into my day shift, and then I was off 4th and 5th after my day shift. So I said, okay, you know what, I can do an extra shift on the 4th. So I did a day shift. And then I was off the Thursday, rejuvenate and do what I need to do. And then I worked Friday and Saturday day shift. And then I was off on Sunday, so I took that time to reset for the week. Then I went back to night shift the other week. So I was on night shift the Monday night. And then I decided I would squeeze in a night shift on the Tuesday. And then I had 2 other nights. So I literally did 4 nights in a row. That was tough, honestly. It was tough for me because I'm not a night shift person. It was tough, but it was worth it because I wanted to get the extra money the next week. So I pushed through, I did it, and then I was off Friday and Saturday, and then back on night shift on the Sunday. So I was off Monday. Then I started my course 17th and 18th, which is Tuesday and Wednesday. And then 19th and 20th was my normal night shift. Now in January, I did a lot of night shifts. That was the schedule they gave me. So, I mean, I work what they give me. Then I did another night shift bank on the 22nd. So as you guys can see, at least every week in January, where you see the yellow, at least every week I did one shift. So that means the next week, Friday, you will be getting paid for that shift. So I will share with you guys now how much money I made, and you will tell me if you feel like it was worth it. Now, depend on, like, if you work a day shift and it's during the week, you should expect to get less. But during the past, like, holidays and the past few months, we have been getting an increase in our shifts, our bank shifts. So I feel like it was more than what I was used to getting, like, last year and the previous years. So this is how much money I made after taxes and everything. So what I actually got on my account. So after the first shift that I did, that week, the next week Friday, I got paid £280. So that is after expenses and everything. So I got £280. That's the first week. Then the second week, I got $258, which is, I think that was the night shift during the week. So the first one was the Sunday night shift. Then the second one was the night shift during the week. And the third week, I got paid $223, which was a day shift during the week. So you could see why it's less, $223. And then the fourth week, I got paid $278, which was another night shift, but it was a Sunday night. So the total amount of extra money that I made in January from doing bank shifts is £1,039. That's how much money I actually got in my account. So honestly, I must say that I'm speechless, because I always used to say, oh, why would I ever take my day off to do night shifts? Bank shifts? Why would I ever? And then I realized that if you can fit it in your schedule, if you can plan it out, so that it doesn't affect your health and doesn't get you sick. Because some people, they work so hard and then they put a strain on their body and they end up being sick. On my unit, if you are sick and you come back to work, you're not allowed to do bank shifts for like 2 weeks. So because your body needs to rest, you need to recover. So I made £1,039, and for the first time in my life, I actually know where the money is, because I feel like we had a saving goal for January and we kind of tripled that. What we were expecting to save, we kind of tripled that, because both of us were doing extra shifts and both of us were really, like, strict on what we spend our money on. And so I feel like January was a good month. So my personal opinion about bank shifts, guys, do it. If your hospital pays, because it ranges, different hospital pay different amounts of money for bank shifts. Some hospitals pay a lot more, some hospitals pay a lot less. But if you can try it out, see how much you get paid, and just maybe at least 1 or 2 every month can help you out. So there's so much I can do, so much extra I can do with this £1,000 that I made, and I'm sure it can help you, especially somebody who's single and you live on your own and you have a lot of expenses. Bank shifts can help you. My tips though would be, like I said, plan it out. Do not just be somebody who says, okay, there's a shift tomorrow, I'll book that day. Like, go through your schedule when you get your 8-week or how many week schedules. Go for it and see what days you think you can do shifts and plan them out. If you can do it way in advance, like for my hospital, we can book ours way in advance. So I book them way in advance and I look for the day that is most appropriate, because you don't want it clashing with your other plans or other schedules, and you want to make sure you're getting enough rest. Okay, remember, you guys know I'm very health conscious, and I always believe that as much as you have your job, but you should be your first priority, looking after yourself. So I made sure that in between I was getting enough rest, and I actually, the week where I did the 4 nights, I prioritized my sleep. So even if I did sometimes feel like I wanted to go to the gym, but I was so dizzy, and I know that if I'm feeling dizzy, that means I need to get more rest. So I would just lay in the bed and just force myself to try to get more sleep. So make sure you put in your bank shifts at an appropriate time for you. And also I would advise you guys to get a supplement that works for you. Mine is like the Centrum one a day, some women something. I started taking it in December, so that works for me, and I feel like I have a lot more energy and I can get things done and I'm motivated, so that works for me. But get your supplements in, get enough rest, look after yourself. And guys, I mean, if you can do it, then make the money. I mean, you're young, now is the time to do it. So make the sacrifices. For people who have children, it might be difficult, but you can arrange with your partner or whoever is helping you with childcare what days are most appropriate. But I would tell you guys, it worked for me. I'm so happy. I didn't sit and actually calculate it together, like add everything up. Every week I just said, oh wow, that came okay, wow, we can do this, we can do that with the money. But now that I'm looking back and adding it together, like £1,000 extra a month, that is excellent. So yes guys, this is the video. I hope that it was helpful for you, and if you know of any nurses who are in the UK trying to make more money and trying to grow, then please share this video with them. And if you are an individual who is interested in growing this year I plan on posting a lot more about self-development and growth, and just showing you guys the reality of my life and the ins and outs, and how I feel some days and how I feel other days. So I hope that you guys are well, and I wish you guys the best for the week.